What if gravity turned off for just 1 second? Imagine taking one more step. And suddenly, the ground disappears beneath your feet. Not because the earth cracked open. Not because you jumped, because gravity just stopped existing. Every person on earth leaves the ground at the exact same moment. No warning, no countdown, just silence. Coffee lifts out of cups. Dogs, bicycles, street signs, everything no longer touching the earth begins drifting upward. At first, people laugh, someone records it. Children think it's the coolest day of their lives. No one realizes what's actually happening. Then cars stop gripping the road. A truck slowly rises over the highway. Drivers press the brakes, nothing happens, the wheels aren't touching anything anymore. Traffic lights hang in place. Motorcycles flip through the air. Buses drift into buildings. Panic begins spreading faster than anyone can react. Thousands of airplanes suddenly lose control. Passengers stare out the windows. The clouds don't look different, but something feels wrong, very wrong. Pilots pull every control they have. Nothing responds the way it should. The aircraft no longer behaves like an airplane. It behaves like an object floating through space. Birds stop flying, their wings still flap, but without gravity, they've lost the force they've evolved around for millions of years. They tumble helplessly through the sky. Then someone looks at the ocean. Something impossible is happening. The waves aren't falling back down. They're stretching upward, like the sea itself is trying to escape Earth. Boats begin lifting, harbors become silent. Water slowly separates from the coastline. No tsunami, no giant splash. Just an ocean forgetting where it belongs. Then you notice something else. The air feels different. Each breath becomes just a little harder. Almost too subtle to notice. Almost, Earth's atmosphere is no longer being held tightly to the planet. It starts expanding outward. The air around you is beginning the slow journey into space. People gasp, not because there's no oxygen, because every second there's a little less than there was before. High above the planet, satellites continue moving exactly as they were. The moon doesn't suddenly fly away. It keeps traveling through space. Almost nothing in the sky notices gravity disappeared. It's the surface of Earth that's changing. Millions of loose objects continue climbing. Baseballs, garden chairs, construction cranes. Entire rooftops begin tearing free. Everything becomes weightless. Some people are now hundreds of feet above the ground. They reach for rooftops, streetlights, anything. Most grab nothing but empty air. Parents desperately reach for their children. Friends grab each other's hands. Some succeed, many don't. The farther you drift, the harder it becomes to come back. Then, just as suddenly as it vanished, gravity returns, but it doesn't ask where you are first. For one terrifying moment, the entire planet hangs in silence. Then, everything starts falling. Everything falls, at the exact same time. People, cars, airplanes, streetlights, millions of objects race toward the ground. The first impacts sound like thunder, then another, then thousands more. Until the entire planet is roaring. People who floated only a few feet survive. Bruised, shaken, confused. Others weren't so lucky. Some had drifted hundreds, even thousands of feet into the air. Gravity doesn't care how you got there, only that you're coming back down. Cars slam onto highways, glass explodes across city streets, power lines snap, traffic instantly becomes a maze of twisted metal. Airplanes begin falling, pilots fight to regain control. Some recover, many don't. Entire neighborhoods watch debris rain from the sky. Roofs, signs, trees, everything that escaped the ground returns with incredible force. The oceans crash back next, not all at once, but enough to create waves no one has ever seen. Harbors disappear beneath walls of water. Ships smash into docks, coastlines change forever. Across the world, millions lose power. Communication towers collapse. Satellites still orbit peacefully above, while the world below falls apart. Hospitals overflow within minutes. Emergency services can't reach anyone. Roads are blocked, bridges have collapsed. Entire cities become impossible to cross. Scientists begin asking a terrifying question. What actually happened to gravity? Because gravity isn't a switch. It can't simply turn off, at least, it isn't supposed to. Gravity is created by mass. Everything with mass creates it. The Earth, the moon, you, even your own body. So if gravity truly disappeared, it wouldn't just affect people, it would affect the entire planet. Earth would stop pulling on the moon would stop pulling on Earth. Their billion-year dance would instantly end. The moon would continue flying through space, never orbiting Earth again, slowly disappearing into the darkness. Without the moon, our tides would change forever. Many ocean ecosystems would collapse, entire species would vanish, but that's only the beginning, because Earth isn't just held together by gravity. The sun is holding us too. Every second, Earth races around the sun at nearly 67,000 miles per hour. Gravity is the only thing constantly pulling us inward. Remove that pull, even for a moment, and Earth begins drifting away from its normal path. It wouldn't immediately fly into deep space, but its orbit would change. Even the smallest change could have consequences lasting millions of years. A slightly different orbit could mean harsher winters, hotter summers, or an entirely different climate, all from 1 second. At first, almost nobody notices. The sky still looks the same. The sun still rises. The stars still appear at night. It feels like Earth survived. But space doesn't forget. Every planet follows an invisible path, and that path depends entirely on gravity. Earth is no longer exactly where it should be. The difference is tiny, far too small to see. But the universe notices. Days become slightly longer, then shorter. The seasons begin arriving at the wrong time. Winter overstays its welcome. Summer becomes unbearable. Farmers are the first to realize something is wrong. Crops stop growing when they should. Harvests fail. Food becomes harder to find. Months later, scientists compare Earth's new orbit with old observations. The numbers don't match, not by much, but enough to change history. 1 second, that's all it took. 1 second without gravity, and the planet will never completely recover. Then another discovery appears. The Earth's core didn't experience gravity either. For 1 second, billions of tons of molten rock became weightless. No one knows exactly what happened deep underground, because no one has ever witnessed anything like it. But the pressure that normally keeps the core stable was interrupted weeks later. Volcanoes begin waking up. Not just one, dozens, then hundreds, across the planet. Earthquakes become more frequent. Some are small, others level entire cities. The ground itself feels restless. Scientists can't prove gravity caused it, but the timing is impossible to ignore. It's as if the planet itself is trying to settle back into place. Then the oceans begin behaving strangely. Tides no longer arrive exactly when expected. Coastal cities notice subtle differences. The moon is farther away now. Pull is weaker. Its pull is weaker. The rhythm Earth relied on for billions of years. Animals notice before humans do. Birds migrate at the wrong time. Sea turtles become lost. Whales change their routes. Nature's oldest instincts no longer point in the right direction. The night sky slowly changes. The moon looks smaller every year. Children grow up believing that's how it's always been, never realizing their grandparents saw a different sky. Humanity adapts, it always does. New calendars, new farming seasons, new coastlines, a new definition of normal. But one question remains unanswered. What caused gravity to disappear? No experiment can recreate it. No equation explains it. No telescope finds evidence. It's as if the universe refuses to answer. Years pass, then decades. The event becomes known by one simple name. The 1 second. Every person remembers exactly where they were. Every survivor tells the same story. I just started floating. Scientists spend generations searching for an explanation. Some blame quantum physics, others think space itself briefly changed. A few believe it was something far stranger. Because if gravity can disappear once, who's to say it can't happen again? Life slowly returns, cities are rebuilt, roads are repaired, the scars remain, but humanity keeps moving forward. Schools teach children about the day gravity disappeared. Not as a theory, as history. A single second that changed everything. Scientists continue searching for answers. Every experiment asks the same question. Why? But the universe stays silent. No signal, no warning, no explanation, only questions. The Earth's orbit is still adjusting. The moon continues drifting farther away. The planet is stable, but it will never be exactly the same again. Gravity never makes a sound. You can't see it. You can't hold it. Yet it's the reason oceans stay in place. The reason the air surrounds you. The reason your feet touch the ground. Every second, gravity quietly pulls you toward Earth. You felt it since the day you were born. So constantly, that your brain barely notices it anymore. 1 second, that's all it took, and civilization was changed forever. Tomorrow, you'll wake up, you'll stand, you'll walk, you'll set your phone on a table without thinking twice, because gravity will quietly do its job, just like it always has. Maybe the most powerful things in the universe are the ones we never notice until they're gone.